/askreddit. NSFW. Male redditors of Reddit. Have you ever shown your best friend your penis? If so, why? Decided to be cheeky and went through the water slide directly after each other, him first. He looked back and tried to pull me towards him to slingshot me. He only pulled down my shorts. We both regretted the entire situation. Cheeky? Sounds more ballsy to me. We were at a party with 30 or so guys and we all took turns. 2 people walk into the bathroom and smallest dick leaves. The last man standing wins. There's a difference between showing your penis and showering in open showers at the gym or a game of some sort. I have seen most of my friends and every guy on my hockey team naked at some point. I've had full conversations with friends while standing naked waiting for a free shower. Good times. Very liberating, knowing that everyone has a small dick. Except Steve. Goddamn Steve. My best friend and I are roommates and we like writing jokes together. One time I thought of one in the shower but also thought it would be funnier if I told it dripping wet and naked. Turns out all I had to do was walk around naked, cause neither of us could stop laughing with me hanging brain in the living room. 5 years ago, my best friend came to visit me for the first time in the city I moved to for work. I was single and using Tinder, so for a few days before he arrived I'd been having some dirty talk with a girl who wanted to get freaky. After he arrived, the girl asked me to meet up but I told her I had a friend in town and it would have to wait. Surprisingly, she replied, "How about I come take care of both of you?" Neither my buddy or I had ever once had a threesome. We took a step back and in a moment of clairvoyance both agreed, fuck it. We're in our early 20s. Let's invite this girl over and it'll be a fun memory for later. I sent her a message and said, "Sounds good, we're waiting for you." While we waited, we made the bed and cleaned the place up but then we thought, shit, we've never seen each other's dicks before, let alone any other dick in person, and we're about to have the devil's threesome. Simultaneously, a dick-shaped light bulb turned on for both us. Let's show each other our cocks right now so we can get it over with. We proceed to count down for 3, 2, 1 and got a solid glance at each other's soft wangs. All right, well we got that out of the way. I grabbed my phone and opened Tinder to see that this girl said I was just kidding, let me know when he's gone so we can meet up. We both fell to the fucking floor and started laughing. At my wedding, my friend gave a groomsman speech. He started it like this: "You, Hausimana talk. You are one of my closest friends. We have seen such intimate and private parts of each other's lives. Fuck you, Ben. I love you." I showed a couple, 3 guys 1 girl, of my close friends my dick when we were 14-ish. The girl agreed to show everyone her tits, which were very large, if I whipped out my dick. So I took one for the team, stepped out of the room and came back with my dick hanging out. After a couple awkward nice S&Ms, she whipped out her knockers to a couple of wow. S&AEM. One of the best trade deals in the history of trade deals maybe ever. My first apartment I moved in with one of my best buds. I worked nights and once when I came home he asked me that since I was going to college I could look at his dick since it hurt. I explained to him I was going to tech school for machining, not mt school lol, but he insisted and was freaked out so I did it. Turned out he broke it while having sex with his girl earlier and it was black and blue. He asked if he should go to the hospital and I told him if my dick looked like that I'd be pushing women and children out of the way to get there. For those asking, he did go to the hospital and it was minor, just looked bad due to bruising. Injury came from her riding him and his dick coming out and into her thigh mid-thrust. They did not marry as she tried to stab him with a piece of broken glass during a fight like 2 months later. Being the youngest of 4 older brothers, showing my wiener to those I care about is second nature. Yes. She's gay, and a doctor. I had an ingrown hair and I wasn't sure what was going on. She offered to take a look. I've seen my best friend's dick for exactly this reason, though I'm neither gay nor a doctor. But if my best friend wakes me up at 3 a.m. because he's worried about a suspicious bump on his balls, I'm gonna help a bro out. I have no sexual interest in his dick anyway. I'm pretty sure he's seen my tits at some point or another. I don't really care. We get our jollies with other people. We're just best friends who happen to have differently shaped bodies. Ah, this reminds me of a tale of my youth. My friends and I were at the back of one of their house, which was pure vegetation beyond their backyard. He left the keys inside, so we had to pick the back door. I couldn't hold it in for much longer, so I picked a lowly bush to be the target of my urine blast. They asked what I was doing. Mind you, I was 9 at the time and basically gave zero fucks, so I answered with a wet helicopter. Shouts and screams ensued, but thankfully, no one was affected by the wild yellow drizzle. Nope. Grow a not a shower. My buddy, however, wrapped his around his wrist and asked me what time it was. It's his party trick. Seen that thing woo too many times. Accidentally, yes. Me and some friends went on a city trip and got double rooms. Don't know the correct English term for that. Me and my best mate got into the same room. I got pretty drunk the night before, so I slept longer than him. He pulled away my blanket to wake me up because we had stuff planed, exposing me and my morning wood directly to his eyes, as I have the habit of sleeping naked. I'm pretty confident about my dick, so I laughed way too hard when I woke up to his shocked and disgusted face. New Year's Eve, 2004. My best friend and I were both quite drunk, and sitting outside away from the party just to chill for a bit. We decided we wanted to seal our friendship as blood brothers, but not with the whole cutting our hands and mixing our blood because that's gross. So, we whipped out our junk and dipped our balls into each other's beer glasses, and chugged the whole thing. We are now ball brothers. Funny thing is, I didn't remember it completely the next morning, but I did remember the sensation of my testicles being cold. Yes, but mostly because I'm gay and he's bi and the tension was getting silly and maybe we thought it would diffuse the situation. Didn't work, boned once in a while for years. Eventually he realized he wasn't really bi beyond me and married an awesome woman. Still best friends. Not my best friend but a close friend. Jokingly said, "Hey bro, send me a dick pic." Then he asked if I'm sure and I said yeah. I joke you not, he sent me his dick pic. And it wasn't just a picture from the net, it was his body attached to that penis and massive balls. So what do? I sent him mine now. Congratulated each other on our sizes and we've grown closer as friends because of this, which is weird. And in a way he helped me break out of my cocoon, because before that I had this fear of someone seeing me naked. It's not that I have a bad body, I got a good shape. But in a way, I'm really grateful I have friends like him I can fool around and just be a lad. Yeah, right before I shoved it up his ass. We ended up getting married. I had to get circumcised at age 23. Had to stay with my mum for a bit because I could barely walk afterwards. I got freaked out at one of the stitches and was high as a kite on painkillers and crying. So, Mom said, "Okay, I know it's weird, but if there's something wrong I need to see what's going on." She took a look and said it looks okay and nothing to worry about. She also called my uncle who is a nurse and talked to him about it. Then she ran a bath for me and gave me more painkillers. So, my mum saw my penis and she's my best friend. There you go. I love you, Mum. The one and only Snapchat I ever sent was back when the app was new. I intended to show off for my girlfriend, but accidentally had hit my former friend's name too. I never send stuff of that nature, so I was super fixated on the send button, not noticing his name was highlighted. Immediately I noticed my mistake and tried every way to get a hold of him, call, text, FB, and ask him to not look at the snap. Dude ended up showing it around to a bunch of our mutual friends playing Guess Who. I don't have the biggest member, I am slightly above average on my best day. Apparently all of my friends are hung like horses though, because they couldn't believe how small I am. Luckily it works for my girlfriend, still with the same amazing lady, and I am secure in my size. 2 stories. My friend and I drunkenly tag-teamed a girl, so obviously saw each other's penises. At one point while she was riding me, he went to slap her ass, but I slipped out and he slapped me in the dick. That ended the night. A friend was talking about how everyone has 2 pee holes, one for cum and one for piss. We explained to him that no, everyone does not, and did not believe that he did. So he showed us. He had 2 pee holes. He never did prove that piss comes out of one hole, and cum the other, though. My friend was drunk and making fun of the small size of this paper cup and insisted he could fit it inside his foreskin. I found that hilarious till he felt the need to demonstrate it. Well, at least he could. We were hitting on the same girl and she showed interest in both of us, so we came to an agreement that we respect who she decides to go for. The 3 of us used to hang out together and we're on the same group text and everything. Long story short, one day she asked us both to send her nudes and instead of sending them to her, we send it to each other. The girl turned out to be lesbian and was just confused. Oh God, when I was younger, like 12 or younger, my friend Nathan and his friend Daniel and I were at his house, in the backyard. Daniel had to pee, so I turned around, asked him if he was done. I turned around and he flashed me. I was peeved off at him after that, especially since he did it a second time a few seconds after that. Haven't seen him since I moved. This was all 4 years ago or so.